Demons are denied emotions. That's all demons are. So when we start to feel all shitty, that means that we have some denied emotion that we have suppressed deep within ourselves, and an interdimensional entity and being can see that and knows that the only way they can attack us and affect us is attacking us through that denied, suppressed emotion. As that's what they are, and that's what they feed off of. They feed off of suppression, because suppression is the cause of dis-ease. There is only one dis-ease in the world, and that comes from suppression. And suppression causes disconnection. And when we are disconnected from love, from God, from ourselves, in our relationship from love and God, it causes dis-ease. Instead of ease, there is the opposite of that, which is dis-ease, disharmony, right? So that can manifest in different forms. Maybe it's cancer, maybe it's Alzheimer's, whatever it is, but it's the same root cause, and our bodies speak to us. So this is coming forth because as the planet is shifting so rapidly, as humanity is shifting and splitting in consciousness, this is coming forward to bring awareness to the choices you make, where you put your energy. Have you spent or continue to spend most of your life suppressing yourself, suppressing your true nature, your true desires, and disconnecting from your authentic self? Your authentic self is the one who is observing and experiencing through the form of whoever you are. So for me, my authentic self is the one who is having this experience through Delia. Taking another step back, my authentic self is the one that is experiencing that, meaning that it's consciousness. What is the consciousness? That consciousness is God. So our true authentic nature is that of God consciousness experiencing itself in these fragmented forms. But in order to embody that consciousness, we are being invited to do what is called soul accretion, integrating our higher self identities, upgrading our DNA, right? Scientists have discovered what they have called junk DNA. It's not junk. They say that we have our double helix. Each DNA is tied to a different dimension, to a different state of mind, a different state of being, right? So they say that we are third dimensional beings, that we are limited to our five senses, and that is the greatest lie told to humanity. We are multidimensional beings, we are magical, and it's not all of the scientists' fault. It's no one's fault, because it's never helpful to point and say it's your fault. It's never helpful. There are beings that intentionally disconnected our DNA and are behind many forces and have created this false infrastructure, right? So that we forget our magic. But we're not going to play the blame game here. That's just what they chose to do. But now, for those of us that feel called to, we are being invited to rise up through being mindful of how we spend our time. How much of our time are we suppressing? How much of our time are we expressing? How much of our time are we being real with ourselves? How much of our time are we doing what lights us up? Right? These are the questions that we're being invited to ask ourselves. This is where the real growth happens. If we've spent our entire life suppressing, it's not that in one day it's going to change just from that intention. It's about cultivating awareness, developing awareness, so that when we catch ourselves tempted to go into an old pattern, we can say, okay, I feel an uncomfortable emotion right now. I feel myself reaching for a can of beer. I feel myself reaching for the blunt. I feel myself trying to get a remote to watch TV so that I don't have to feel it. And sometimes we might end up doing it, even with awareness. But the more that we choose to want to grow and discipline our mind to work for our highest good and become a tool, remembering that we are not our mind, then we catch ourselves in that moment and say, wait a minute, maybe I'll let myself watch TV, whatever. But first, I'm going to feel what this is that's coming up, and we sit with it, no matter how hard and uncomfortable it is. And when we fully allow ourselves to feel, we remember that emotions can only really last for about a minute to a minute and a half, right? Fully, the full experience of it, right? It can drag out, but the full discomfort of that heavy emotion will only last for that amount of time. And then we let it pass. Instead of clinging on to it, we let it pass. And if we have a thought or a feeling that is negative, we can feel it, and then we can counteract it by saying, hey, that's not me. I am enough. I am worthy. I don't have to prove myself or prove my worth to anyone. I am worthy from my being. And we operate from this place. We learn how to become masters of ourselves so that we can be of service to humanity in our greatest capacity for the greatest good. And by doing the inner work for ourselves and sharing it with others and intending to be of service through working on ourselves so that we get out of survival mode, we move into thriving. And then from thriving, instead of just being comfortable there of like, oh, I got money, I got this, I got that, we choose, oh wait, let me be of service on a much bigger level. Let me be a vessel for God and help with my resources. And we keep growing and growing within our own journeys so that we can be of service. Because truly, our greatest purpose and greatest intention is to be of service. So, are you going to allow yourselves to keep letting these demons, these denied emotions, to feed off of you, to bring you down, to bog you down, make you feel like shit? Or are you going to rise up and choose to face these emotions when they come up? And also being gentle with yourself. If you're not ready, if you're not willing, that's okay. There's no right or wrong choice. It's never so black and white. There are so many more colors than black and white. But whatever you choose, knowing that you choose from this place of awareness, of integrity, and knowing that when you start to get really depressed, when you start to feel really down and anxious, it's not you. It's coming from a denied emotion, and most likely an interdimensional being that's attacking through that. Energetic hygiene is so important. You are so important, and you are loved.